Hello there. Welcome to the podcast. We have our great special guest, Luca Haase. Great to have you here. S-
Likewise.
Yeah, great. So, tell me, who are you? Who is Luca?
Um, I'm Luca. I've been juggling for about 10 years now.
Mm.
Um, I'm mostly interested in technical juggling with like big tricks and all that. So,
How did you discover the whole juggling process and all the crazy tricks when you were like way younger? Because you started like a long time ago. You're one of the few jugglers that started when they were like a young kid.
how I started is once I went downtown with my family to the buskers, and there was this one guy. He was juggling. I was about 6 at the time, I think, and he was juggling soccer balls. I remember, and I thought that was so cool. Like, wow, that was just amazing. And then I went home and I tried it with, I think it was like handkerchiefs,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. And then that Christmas, I my parents got me some juggling balls, and I they told me that I learned like in a day how to do three balls.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's really quick. Oh my god. So, what's your like new tricks you've learned since then? Like, how did you discover to do 4 balls, 5 balls? Did you have an idea that this type of tricks existed, or was
No,
it
I didn't. I
right?
I once I heard about like the juggling community, and I started seeing like more juggling on the internet when I was like maybe like nine or something,
Mm.
or 10. But before that, I was just stuck with three, four balls because I thought five was like the hardest anyone has ever done. I had a DVD, and the guy explained five balls as like the hardest thing in the world, and I thought I was so good once that when I could actually do five.
So how long did you learn to do 5 though? Since the moment you saw more than 3 and 4 ball existed and all the work you put into, like how long that time lapse was?
Um, it took me quite a while to get five balls solid. Maybe about like half a year
Mm.
from my knowledge.
Did you have any idea about side swap when you were younger?
No, it just no, it came automatically. Like when I started seeing the WGF and all that on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. So who are like your big inspiration in WJF and what tricks you were like fantasizing about?
Oh, like Thomas Dietz, Vova Galchenko, you know, like all the WGF like advanced overall championship veterans who
Yeah,
competed many years ago.
yeah. So you watch all of them? Do you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the time when WJF did a lot of competitions. There were always like the same big names that were crushing, doing like crazy tricks, crazy combos with 360s and stuff. So you were like the little kid watching that on the TV, and then you went outside to do your juggling tricks. And have you ever got to that level when you were younger? Do you have you ever tried like this similar 360s patterns they did and stuff?
Um, very simplified versions of them. I guess, yeah, you could say that.
So have you went up to 5 balls after
After what?
after after you saw all those Thomas Deeds doing like 7 balls and stuff, and you were still doing 5 ball at that time? Did you?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So then you learn numbers because now you're doing up to 9 ball. Have you done 10 balls yet?
I flashed 10 balls once, the day
Oh,
before my birthday.
oh, that's an awesome thing. Oh my god. So what happened between like the easier side swaps of maybe 4 and 5 balls to the seven, eight, nine balls you're doing now? Like how have you trained to bring to that level?
Oh, how have I trained? Just practice. I'm not a prodigy or anything. I'm actually quite a slow learner,
Mhm.
but I just practice quite a bit. All my free time is mostly spent on juggling and my other hobbies, but mostly juggling.
Right.
And how I train is more like I try to start with easy stuff, like, warming up with 5 ball 360s.
Mhm.
Now that's easy for me, um but then I just rush my warm up session, and then I get right into the hard tricks, which is a bad habit, but that's
Yeah.
how I train.
I think every juggler like saw those big tricks online, and they were doing like those easy variations, then just tried straight up like the seven balls 360s and stuff, and never got close to that level. I think that's the thing with every juggler, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, I think.
So do you remember which trick took you like the longest time to learn?
Um, I'd say the probably the 5 ball 5 up 360.
Oh yeah.
But what's funny about that is the first time I did it was actually here in my room with a low ceiling.
Oh.
I have a video of it.
Oh yeah. 360s and low ceilings are insane.
Yeah, but my first 3 up and 5 up 360s with balls were here in this room, which is funny.
Oh wow. So how long did that took you?
Um, Probably about like a year, just not
Yeah.
straight going for the 360, but training towards it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so yeah, low ceilings. I think a lot of Canadian jugglers and a lot of jugglers in like north northern European countries that have snow like half the year have like the burden to just juggle inside, even though you're training side swap and high stuff. So how is that a thing in your progressing?
Well, it's actually helped me get better at 360s because, well, you have to spin faster to do a low 360. And it's probably just helped with like side swaps because just throwing at different heights with really small adjustments with the heights because of the low ceiling can, I don't know, improve your accuracy.
Yes, yes. But like how did you learn to do like crazy like 8x6? Is it this with seven balls?
Yeah.
So all those tricks you gotta wait till like summer to do them.
Yeah.
So you were waiting all year inside like I'm just waiting for like nine balls and seven balls with high stuff.
Yes, and occasionally I'd go to the gymnasium, but only since like last year I'd practice in the gym.
So for like the 9 years you started, you went inside, then outside in the summer.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Did you start it with clubs when you were younger?
I started with balls. The juggling balls I got for Christmas, they were from the Higgins brothers. They also came with a DVD on like how to juggle and a few tricks that I told you about.
Mhm.
And after like maybe a year and a half or 2 years, I was I sent them a card that I made.
A
Just
card?
like, yeah, a card. I don't know why, but I just did. Maybe I was grateful,
Nice.
but I just sent them a card with my favorite trick. I think it was Mills Miss. A picture of me doing Mills Miss. It was probably terrible, but yeah, and I wasn't expecting this, but they sent 3 clubs for
Oh,
free. Yeah.
oh. So you send them a picture of you doing Mills Miss, not even a video, a picture of you doing
Yeah.
Mills Miss, and they were really happy. They're like, "Oh yes, that's what we want," and they send you free clubs.
Yes.
Do you
I
still
guess
have
that's
them?
what you can call a sponsorship.
Do you still
Yeah.
have them?
I do, yeah, just not right here.
Yeah, right. Like like between the crazy stuff you're doing now and like the time you learned to do five balls, how did you discover like the hard club tricks?
Oh, from YouTube, from the WGF, and just yeah, YouTube.
Do you remember tricks that you had like a lot of issues maybe because juggling inside when you started doing clubs inside? That's a that's a lot of problems.
Yeah, I always thought 360s with clubs were terrifying. Like, how can you spin around and have a club barreling towards your head at full speed?
Yes, I think every juggler had like the moments where they did like 360s and like halfway there they were just like scared and like just ran away from the clubs because you saw like all those big big sticks falling from the sky onto your face.
Yeah.
Fun fact, that's why I don't juggle clubs. Because
Okay.
last time I did juggle clubs, I like opened my lip. That's crazy. Like I don't remember. I was doing like back crosses and like I tried to catch a club by reflex and like it just I don't know. I like pushed my club against my jaw and I guess like my lip got hurt to my teeth. I don't know. Bro, clubs are scary. Have you ever got hurt with balls? That's pretty unlikely.
No. No, I haven't. I don't think anyone has.
Yeah,
Unless
maybe
you're
you could
juggling rock. But
rock. I think. Oh yeah, that's a cool subject. Have you ever got hurt or injuries from high level juggling and stuff
um yeah. Mostly on my hands.
on your
Ring
hands?
juggling, of course, is painful. It destroys your fingers, destroys your nails. But I was just once practicing 7 clubs last year in the gymnasium, and I caught it in the wrong way, and it.
Oof.
This is gonna be disgusting, but it like peeled my nail off halfway,
Oh
so I
yeah.
couldn't do much after that.
But have you got like muscular injuries? Because I know a lot of technical jugglers got like shoulder problems because like a lot of repetition. It's really harsh on your muscles.
Not for me, no. I've never had that.
Because do you train really often the same tricks or are you like always switching up things?
I often try to switch things up,
Like
but
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just agreeing. Yeah,
Okay.
switching tricks up's like really cool because you're like always learning new stuff
Yeah.
and
What I
getting
often do is I've like phases where one it could be a month long that I only train balls, and then I go to clubs, and then I only train clubs, and then I only do rings,
yeah.
or two at a time. But recently, for like the past month, I've only been training clubs.
Mhm.
No, it's less than a month, but it feels like a month because I'm actually filming a video
Ooh.
where this section is clubs, so I need to be really good at clubs to film that part.
Yeah. There's a, there's a thing I feel about juggling. Tell me if you feel the same, but do you feel like a little bit like not I mean not like good enough to show things online? Because I feel like if I'm doing a video doing like Mills Mess, 4 ball Mills Mess, even though it's something I had trouble learning and stuff, even though it's a big accomplishment for me, I'd feel like a bit awkward posting it because like there's so much people out there doing it. Do you have this type of complex?
I don't, but I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I get that you can learn a trick and be really proud of it and want to share it with everyone you know. And but then you realize that it's not much compared to what other people are doing.
Yeah.
I've never really had that. I just never saw it.
I mean, such sometimes just tricks are so high level that even if you're not like the best in the best, if you do them, you're already like certified. You're already like and confirmed really good juggler. My bad. Because there's like tons of people in this world that have done like 7 ball 360s. Like even though it's not original, if you post one, you're still like super proud of yourself. But things like 5 ball patterns that already been done, don't you feel like like I don't know, nervous about posting things to not like be satisfying people that much?
Not really. I don't have that problem. One thing I do have though with just posting stuff in general on social media is that I realize that I'm starting to think if I'm really doing it juggling to please myself or to please my audience,
Mm.
please the people watching.
Do you think your video like there's a video you did on YouTube called Variations?
Yes.
Do you think that one is like one of your big personal accomplishment? Are you extremely proud of that video? Cause I think it's pretty crazy. Like if I did something like that, I will be watching it like in replay all day. Cause it's a lot of big tricks and a lot of crazy unusual stuff you don't see often. What do you think about that video? And do you have like stories to share, like maybe tricks that you found super interesting and stuff on there?
Um, I do. That video was shot on the stage of the gymnasium where I practice, which I realized halfway through filming it that I wasn't actually allowed to film there. So I had these like I'd half the video filmed and edited,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't film anymore. So, um, yeah, I ended up being allowed to film there for 3 more days, which was not enough time. So I rushed everything, and it still turned out fine, but 3 days was not enough to film it the rest.
Yeah, that's such a bad thing having time limits. But you didn't know there because you were just filming for the video, but you didn't know that you didn't have the right to.
Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
my gosh.
and another story, at the end of that video, I lose a ball in the ceiling,
Yeah, right.
and I thought it would be stuck up there forever, but it recently came down after they fixed the light.
Oh, you didn't bring it by yourself?
No.
Oh my god. That's funny. So, do you have like favorite tricks or favorite trick like
Um, yes. At the
some?
beginning, there's a four-ball trick. It's I think, what's it called? Maybe the waterfall or something, where you like have the one end hand up here, one down here, and it's going in a like a
Yeah.
sort of an oval. That one is very hard. That's all
Yes.
I have to say.
Yeah, no, it is.
Um, Another one is let's see. I have it's like the 8-4, the 6-4-2
Hmm. Yes.
with 8 balls, but the fours are triplexes.
Yes, yeah, at the end, right?
No, it's sort of at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
And just the 9-ball triplexes. That's like a trick I learned specifically for that video.
Yeah. Do you have tricks that you just simply cannot do? Do you have some tricks you everyone is doing around you but you're like always practicing and never able to do?
Sort of. The thing is though, with a trick that I cannot do very well is 180s, like half spins.
Yeah. Oh my god. People
But
people
that's simply because I don't practice them.
right. People think that just because it's half a 360 it should be like half harder, I don't know, half hard. But in reality it's
Yeah.
like at least twice as hard. Even if you practice it oh my god, that was a weird lisp. Even if you practice it if you practice it, it's still a super confusing trick. I think
Yeah.
you're I think it's easier to just do a because when you're doing 360s, you're doing like a normal pattern in front of you, and then you just turn, and then the pattern is still like in front where you started. But doing 180s, you bring it behind you, then you have to like I don't know recover from like the switch you did because now it's coming from like up your head. Oh my god, no, it's actually
Yeah.
hard.
And for me, it's also like overheads. I've recently been practicing them more and I've gotten better, but at the beginning I couldn't do 5 ball overheads to save my life.
Yeah, I had the same with back crosses, with clubs, with balls, anything, bro. I was doing like neck cascade and like a lot of weird body throws, but I never was able to do like a 10 catches run of 3 ball back crosses. But even though I was doing like 1 minute of neck cascade, I couldn't. Same thing. I couldn't do back crosses to save my life. It's oh, so
You'd think that back crosses are easier than neck throws, but
they're not. I mean, it's different. If people are
they
more
are.
comfortable with X type of
Yeah.
body throw, yeah. So, what's your favorite type of tricks in general?
That's a good question. I like side swaps.
Mm.
Um, just big tricks, like trying to work towards learning like the DB97531 or something.
You done some already.
Yeah, I can do like 2 or 3 each practice now.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
But I used to do a lot of spins, not as much anymore. A lot of 360s.
There's a thing I love about your side swaps, especially in variations. I love like high numbers sync side swaps.
Okay, yeah.
I love like the 8x6. You haven't done 8x6 in variations though, but in your on your Instagram, you have.
Oh yeah, that's the one where you really like the scenery.
Yeah, wait. I have your account right there. If I can show to camera. I remember it was like super. I mean, Canada. It's
Yeah,
Canada scenery. It's like all forest. Oh, I have it. There. You
can't
cannot
see your
see.
screen.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
But
showing the people.
I know which one you mean. I can see it
It's
right here if
so
I
cool.
want.
I love. Oh my god, I love seeing side swaps, especially at high numbers. Cause how do you know which? Especially you have like a lot of like I don't know connections that you have to make to be like okay this throw with like this right hand gonna go like this high, then the next one is gonna go like 2 times higher, and like it's literally a
Yeah.
balance with sync side swap.
Yes, definitely. Uh, a trick I do a lot. I like to experiment with 6 ball synchronous psych swaps,
Do you
and
have some in mind?
I recently posted one. It's a 6 up 360 in 8-4-4-8.
Yes,
That one
I
was quite
love
hard.
that one. Oh, it's super cool.
Yeah, I've also been trying the 8 ball version of that, but that's just a monster.
Do you remember the side swap? Is it A6?
Yeah, A6-6-A.
Yeah, I'm looking forward for you to do this with a 360 with 10 balls. Easy. You got this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's no, that's a super hard trick. My bad. That's with 8 balls, not 10 balls. Yeah, A 8-6, A6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your goals looking forward with side swap and big tricks in general right now?
Uh, I just want to, like, you mean specific tricks or?
Yeah, are you do you got some tricks you're practicing right now that you really want to achieve?
Right now uh, like bunch of, I was working on a lot of 7 ball tricks, like 2 stage 5 up 720.
Oh.
Uh, I was going for the 1 high 6 low 360, but you just need to throw really high for that. And that's a bit hard.
The thing about high throws with anything is like the higher you throw, like the less precise it is.
Yeah.
Especially oh my god, the amount of times like I did like okay, I'm not at that level. I'm not doing a 1 up 6 lows right now. I tried 1 up 4 lows with 5 balls, and the amount of time I like spin and have like the 4 balls coming down and noticing the ball I threw at the start is like 4 meters behind me. Bro,
Yeah.
that's pretty annoying.
Where I practice on my deck, I have a pool like 5 meters away from me. and I usually have to pick a lot of clubs and balls out of there.
Oh, that's funny. So you have like your stick when you like the stick with a net on, then you bring all your props from the pool.
Yeah, luckily they float.
Yeah, yeah. That would be funny. Every every trick you miss, you go in the pool, you go swim down. Oh shit, I got
Yeah,
the ball.
that's a
Then
good
come back to your
punishment.
deck and then film again.
Yeah.
What's your like least favorite trick that you've practiced in the past?
Uh, I once tried 540s, and I'm never trying those again.
540s.
Yes. I mean, yeah, they're really cool, I admit. I'll probably try it again. That was just an exaggeration of how much I don't like trying them.
They're just hella
But that
confusing.
that's like 1.5 spin, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like as hard as 180s can be, 540s is like at least twice as hard as 180s.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Have you ever got any 540 tricks yet?
I was quite close to getting a 5 ball 3-up 540, but
Oh, that's cool.
I I didn't really try that hard to get it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Do, is there a moment when you became to be better? Because you know in everything in life, when you just start, you're like at the really bottom. Then you okay, the first year is like newbie games, right? So you never juggle, then you learn like all the tricks up to 5 balls. Depends for the people, but usually in 1 year you can achieve 5 balls. It's like so quick. It's like if you see a graph, it's like going upwards, like totally. And then for the next years, it's just like flattening itself, and you're not learning much. Right now, do you feel that you're not doing a lot of progress in your juggling?
I feel like I'm progressing quite quickly because I've just been practicing a lot lately.
Yeah.
I've been progressing with 7 clubs.
Oh.
I've almost gotten to qualify a few times,
Mhm.
and yeah, I feel like this summer I've made a lot of progress so far.
Especially because okay, us Canadians, unless not you, because you had gym for the last year. You had a gym where
Yeah,
you can juggle in the winter. But I remember this winter, I was in my school bus. I was looking at the spot where I'm always juggling, going to school, and I looked at it. It was all snowy. I'm like, I'm so hyped for like spring, because late spring, like in May. Oh my god, it's the best time. It's like the literally the best weather in Canada, late
yeah,
May. Oh, I remember when snow was melting. I saw that same jogging spot with green grass with the big sun. I was like, yes, I'm finally back to do big tricks there. Cause I don't know if y'all notice, especially with weekly Temoto I'm doing right now. I'm like
yeah.
all this winter and autumn, cause there's still snow in autumn here. Snow is starting end of November ish, something like that. Sometimes even sooner. And I remember from like November to April, I was doing just like Temoto with like okay easy body throws, like not high body throws, right? So all
Yeah.
the neck cascade and stuff. I was doing this for like a whole year, and same thing as you. I'm progressing fast right now because I've been like restraining myself from like big tricks for the whole year. So I haven't practiced 7 balls that much. Sometimes I had like a gym for me. That's cool and stuff. But oh my god, as Canadians, summer is the best times for to go juggling outside.
Yeah, definitely.
You're making a lot of progress there. So
Do you have a lot of black flies where you live, or mosquitoes?
yeah, yes, yes, yes. I
Yeah,
okay.
during like May, June, you can take a step outside and you'll be eaten alive.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes I juggle 3 balls. I throw on the air. There's like tons of mosquitoes eating it. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
So when I throw it, it's not there anymore. It's just disappear from all the mosquitoes. No, okay. In my in my bag, I have my essentials. Like I have my water bottle. I have my juggling balls, sometimes clubs, and I always have like that can of like the mosquito spray.
Yeah.
You have to like put
Okay.
at least 3 ton of this on your body, so then no mosquitoes comes on you.
Yeah, okay. I usually go hibernating when at that time of year. Like I just
Yeah, yeah. Just no, just go inside at that time.
yeah.
So what's your inspirations right now? Do you have jugglers that you want to do similar tricks to?
Uh Jack Denger's been a big motivation for me. Like
Yes.
watching his YouTube videos.
Oh my god. I there's few videos like big tricks from Jack Danger that got me like such such flabber such a at a flabbergasted level. Like I remember I was doing like whatever thing. I think I was like making breakfast and I was watching that on his side and literally my jaw was dropping like 1 inch every trick. Like I had the jaw on the floor at the end. It's just like the craziest tricks you could see out there. Jack Danger is like a goat. So cool.
Yeah. I I had the opportunity to meet him at the WGF.
Yes. How is it? How's the WJF? You went last year?
I did, yeah, last December.
So
It
how
was
is it?
amazing.
Have you met other jugglers that you were fan of?
Yeah, Spencer and Drolly was there. Jonah, Bob from the Greenhouse was there.
Yeah.
Of course, Jason was there. A bunch of other amazing jugglers. I know Doug was there for a bit. Doug Sayers.
Derek's here, yeah. Those all of those are like OGs of early WJF. I mean,
Well,
not yeah,
yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah. It should be like you're just in that one room. You have like all the juggling legend around you. You must have been like I don't know.
Yeah,
I really want to go to an event, but in Canada it's like a pain to go in events. There's not a lot of Canadian events out there.
yeah, that's. I know in Quebec though,
Yeah.
there's a few other jugglers there, but here in Nova Scotia, there's me, myself, and I. There's not a lot of
At least
people.
there's 3 people, me, myself, and I. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that? Do there's so much places in the world where there's like basically no juggling or juggling clubs out there. Because I know sometimes it's cool. There's like some few juggling clubs that are getting started. But how is growing up with juggling? Have you made friends that learn to juggle or something?
uh, no, no,
No.
number one. Um, Occasionally I might have met someone here and there, and I've tried to teach them, but never really did much with that. I
Cause
once tried to teach. I taught a course for a few weeks. It was shut down because of COVID
okay.
for juggling.
Yeah. How was juggling during COVID for you?
It was fine, not much of a difference because I'm quite isolated where I live, in the middle of the woods, essentially.
Yeah. So have you got COVID?
I had it, yeah.
You had it. Did it impact your juggling? Cause I had COVID for a week, few days. I don't know. It wasn't that bad. Like mine didn't hit that hard, so I was still doing everything I was doing before in juggling.
Yeah, I had it in the middle of school,
Yeah.
like a
Oh.
month before exams.
Yeah. No, that's not fun. But COVID was fun for me because that's how I started juggling. Right. That's how I discovered juggling. Cause I think
Oh,
like a
really?
lot. Yeah. First lockdown, 2020. I think like a lot of people out there they were bored on YouTube and they saw like juggling and then they tried it out. I think there's a lot of people that really got into like Taylor tries, right?
Yeah.
They discovered juggling and juggling tutorials by there. Also there were some tutorials on the IJA channel.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the best help they could have done out there to like help beginners. Cause there's a thing when you just start juggling, you see all those big tricks and big names, and you're like, oh, I'm never getting there. But once you see all those cool, like easy to follow along tutorials, I remember I thought I was like a juggling genius right after I watched like Taylor introduction to side swap.
Yeah.
Like once I knew how numbers worked, I'm like, yeah, there's nothing stopping me. I was like Einstein of juggling at that time. Yeah, I thought I was someone doing 441. How
Yeah. I have a site swap generator on my phone, and what on like long car rides, I'll just play around with that.
same
Just type in a
I
bunch of
have
numbers and watch it.
yeah, I have the same thing. And there's a thing with body throws. You know, on the wait, do you have the same app as me? I have
Probably
the
not.
juggling lab app. It's looking like this. You don't see, but I'm showing the people. And I've done some, yeah, exactly the same thing. When I was going to school, I, at the bus ride, I was doing like weird numbers combinations and stuff. I'm showing the camera. I'm doing like the DB7531 with like 11 balls. I know it's not DB, but I don't even want to search what it is at this point. There's so much like stuff to achieve with side swap, right?
Yeah. This is the one I have. It's like I think it's called I Juggle. It looks like this.
Sure,
If
put
you
it higher. Oh yeah. Oh, that 7 balls is so low. What?
Yeah, I don't know why it's that way, but it is.
Okay, here's the thing with juggling lab. You can go. Uh, there's like a library of patterns, with like let's see, pattern list, 3 ball cascade lists. Okay, there's like
Yeah.
over the head, there over the oosh, over the head, and then in the settings you can like copy the hand movements. It's like a bunch of
Okay.
weird numbers. I don't know if you can focus. Anyway, there's numbers here, and then I copied that and I was doing like dumb like 9 ball side swaps with with like body throws and stuff. Oh my god. If someone is ever able to do that, I will be like legit scared. Like
The coolest thing about the one I have though is you can just type in the letter Z, and it would be 35 ball cascade.
yeah, yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm easily doing that. Give me a week, I'm learning that.
Alex Barron could do that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, what do you think about number juggling like that?
I think people who do numbers, if the better they are, the worse they are at everything else.
Right.
That sound very harsh, and I maybe shouldn't have said that, but like the people who do like 11 ball flashers and 12 ball flashers, they're extremely good at the numbers,
Yes.
but they spend a lot of time on that, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, there's a thing. In Quebec, there's like so few big jugglers out there. I mean, at least so few that posts, because there's a lot of jugglers anywhere. But there's a guy I'm talking to. I even have a channel with him. It's Mathis, right? We even did a
yeah,
reaction to your video. So Mathis is doing a lot of numbers.
yeah,
He's doing some side swaps as well. But he told me that he's like focusing just on getting higher numbers. But when he's doing like back crosses, he's having like massive troubles even with like 3 balls. He's having like yeah, I think that's really a thing with number jugglers. I think it takes so much time to get techniques and oh my god.
but when I see like it done well, it just blows my mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Just see it done.
Okay. I remember when I first saw Alex Barron like 11 ball 33 catches.
Yeah,
How can you have so much objects in the air like for that long?
practice.
Yeah, yeah, I think he practices a lot, but he haven't posted anything in like 4 years now. 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I think high number juggling, especially at 10 plus balls, is like really harsh on your body.
Could be. I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't do it.
How was flashing 10 balls? Did you have trouble?
It was such a relief. Like, I don't think I've touched them. I've touched the numbers balls maybe like twice after that. I've been trying 10 balls for over a year for that. No, like a year and a half.
Hmm.
And yeah, just to get it was made me very happy.
There's so much tricks that I don't know if you do the same, but like let's say I remember this happened with 5 ball 360. Like I did it pretty early because I just did like maybe a week after the, okay, maybe not a week, but maybe like a month after the first 3 up 360 with 5 balls. I was like, okay, 5 ball is 5 up, 5 balls just next door. So I was grinding so hard. I was doing like attempts for hours, and like at so many times I was like, okay, I should go home now. But I was, oh, maybe the next one because this one was close. Oh, maybe let's do the next one. Let's see if it lands. And I remember first time I got it, I was like so tired. There's always that moment where you walk back to the camera after you did your trick. There's so much satisfaction.
Yeah.
I remember I was walking there. I was like, oh my god, all those hours led for just that. I mean, it was a pretty cool trick for me at that time. So that felt similar with you with 10 balls.
It did, yeah. There was actually a lady in the gymnasium. I don't know why she was there, but she just saw me juggling and she was like, "Oh wow, you're good at that and all that. Like, oh, you should be in the circus." I'm like,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
"Thanks."
There's so much
And
people.
then I did it, and I almost just explained to her how long it took, but of course I didn't.
There's so much people that ask like, oh, not, yeah, they just say like, oh, you should go to circus. Oh, you're a clown. Hey, the amount of people that call me a clown.
Yeah. Or that start singing
that,
the
that, that,
circus song.
that, that. Yeah, right. This is triggering me. But have you got a lot of people that ask you why you're doing it? Like, why are you juggling? There's tons of people that ask me that.
Uh, no, not really.
Right. Because sometimes since I'm juggling it like essentially outside, and since I'm in like a big city, not like you, because you're like a bit lost in the wood. since,
Pretty much.
since since I'm like in a big city, there's so much like people going by, and there's like a bike trail, like right beside the spot where I juggle, where there's like a bunch of grass. So there was like people doing doing bicycle. Then they stopped there. They just look at me for like 1 minute. Then they came in like, why are you doing this? I'm like, why not? You watched it. Isn't it interesting? Is it cool for you? But people think we're maybe gonna do that for like money or for, I don't know, for to go to a circus.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that don't know it's just like an actual hobby. Like I don't think there was gonna be old ladies bicycling, then seeing people playing football, soccer, whatever, and then it's like, why are you doing that? I think, I mean,
For the life.
yeah, stop kicking the ball, man. Get a life. I think juggling is similar to any ball sport people are doing. Ju- I think
Yeah.
people,
A lot of people who there's a big thing about people thinking that juggling is a sport or an art,
yeah,
and really it's whatever you want. It's an
yeah.
opinion.
And the cool thing about it is that you can literally switch it. If someday I wanna do a artsy type of combo
Yeah.
thing, you can always just do this. Then after, if you wanna push it like real far, doing 360 is literally like a sport. I
Recently,
think,
I've been working a lot on club rolls, but then normally I'm the type of person who would work more on like five club connections and all that.
right, there's so much stuff you look online and you're like, oh, I want to do this, but once you try, you notice like it's really hard. Like when you see like Lucas adverts and all those crazy cool club jugglers out there. You're like, oh, that's so flowy. Oh, I want to be exactly like that. And then you try it. It's like it's like zero, nowhere close. Then you notice
Yeah,
like how hard it actually is. It's not like, oh, he's just making a roll around his neck. Oh, that's easy.
yeah.
Even if you're doing art juggling, it could be as hard as like technical and sport juggling.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
All right. So, what are you gonna do in your future? What's your future projects? Do you have some tricks you wanna show people? Do you have some things coming up?
One thing I have coming up is a video that I've been filming. I've been going downtown, uh, with my mom who is filming it. Uh, and I've been, well, filming a lot of juggling there. And that video should maybe come out sometime in September,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully. I'm not sure when.
Yeah. But that's awesome. You're. I think I think you should do more videos like that. All prepared videos like variations. That's a banger. That's a banger. Okay, that's a great video. I
Thank you.
think I think it's real fun to see a lot of jugglers doing like really well put together, like editing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really enjoy making videos. But the thing
yeah.
is, this, like variations, I was thinking about it almost a year in advance, and this one that I'm making now, it's almost 2 years. I've had the music in mind for like a long time now.
Hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of jugglers just have a music in mind and like a vague concept in mind. Then they they dwell it because they don't know if they can do it right now. Like they try it and like, oh, it's so hard. It's gonna take so much time. But if you can achieve that in September, I think everyone is looking forward to that. So where can we find you online?
YouTube, it's just Luca Haase.
Yes. And I wrote right under you. Can you point down? Right under you. No, with your
Sorry?
with your fingers. Can you point down? There.
It's right here.
The Instagram. If y'all wanna check Luca, he's doing a bunch of crazy stuff on Instagram. And mine. Don't care about mine. Go see Lucas.
No,
uh.
go check out his as well.
Ah, thanks. No, it's alright. So thanks for being here. This was a lot of fun. This is interesting.
No problem. It was an honor being here.
Yes, awesome. All right. Thanks y'all for listening. Have a great day, everyone. Have fun juggling. Bye bye.
Bye.